Wear the Gown is sponsored by CHI St. Vincent.
On this morning's episode of Wear the Gown, stubbornness meets luck. And we get a lesson in, once again, taking better care of ourselves. Craig O'Neill has the story.
Just as the pandemic started last March, Alice Smith was thinking of something else, a terrible place on her foot.
A friend of mine looked at it. She said, "Girl, you better go to the doctor."
To St. Vincent's she went, where the wound was so gruesome she was checked into the hospital for IV treatment, and later that evening got awful news from the attending physician.
It looks like it's going to have to be amputated. And I said, no, that's not an option for me.
Alice's stubbornness paid off. She was referred to the CHI St. Vincent Wound Center and Dr. David Dean, who immediately recognized Alice's complications from diabetes.
Diabetes affects your vision, it affects your kidney function, it affects your blood flow to every organ, your heart, your legs.
It had produced neuropathy in Alice's feet, which meant she never felt the wound that almost turned tragic.
I was afraid, but I just knew that I was going to be healed, and I am.
But that healing didn't come easily. It meant weeks and weeks of scheduled therapies.
We're very fortunate she responded to all these therapies.
And that included daily trips into the hyperbaric chamber.
And I'm not just real claustrophobic, but I didn't like that. But I came for 40 days and stayed in there for 2 hours each day.
So much of her healing was because of her own efforts and her own willingness to embrace the technology, to embrace the ideas. And I'm not much of a salesman.
You don't get a sad story when you come here. You get hard work and you get the truth. Dr. Dean going to tell you the truth, and he's going to tell you what you need to do or what you got to do. And it's up to you to do it. And
she did. And the bonds formed after weeks and weeks of therapy meant that 3 months later, they celebrated Alice's June birthday.
And do you know they gave me a card that everybody signed it, including Dr. Dean. And I have that card as a souvenir. They wished me, a happy birthday and stuff. And I still got my foot.
And Alice doesn't live here anymore.